Well, the long-awaited and anticipated proposed project at the northeast corner of Y Road and Highway 6 in Bishop, across from the Sierra Wave Studios, is the subject of a public hearing that is scheduled for Tuesday, October 24th, 6 p.m. in the Bishop City Council chambers. Now, the proposed project description includes a 20,000 square foot grocery store and a 40,000 square foot office building on a 5.47 acre parcel that will be subdivided into two parcels, 1.67 acres for the grocery store, 3.8 acres for the office building. Now, the application is titled Tentative Parcel Map Number 417. The general land use designation for the site is General Commercial with a zoning designation of CHBP, that's Commercial Highway Services Business Park District. Now, the City of Bishop issued a notice of public hearing to some interested parties dated October 12th. We never saw that here at Sierra Wave, and that notice is not posted on the City of Bishop website, we will note. Now, talk around Bishop is that the grocery outlet is the grocery store. Grocery outlet is currently breaking ground on a new store, also in Old Mammoth Road in Mammoth Lakes. Now, the office building is expected to house Inyo County and City of Bishop departments. Now, the notice from the City of Bishop says the tentative parcel map number 417 application may be inspected, and the City of Bishop Public Works Department office will be considered by the City of Bishop Planning Commission. And again, that's Tuesday, October 24th, 6 p.m. at the City Council chambers. Any person wishing to comment, invited to attend or send comments to the Planning Commission, P.O. Box 126, on or before the end of the review period, October 24th. Now, that notice states if you challenge the findings, determination, or decision made on the use permit in court, you may be limited to raising only those issues you or someone else raised at the public hearing or in written correspondence delivered to the Public Works Department at or prior to that public hearing. You would like some more information, you can contact Associate Planner, City of Bishop, Elaine Kabala, 760-873-8458, email ekabala@cityofbishop.com. Well, Deb Murphy filed this report saying the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's controversial 5 bridges wells back in the spotlight. Now, last month, the department filed its initial study and negative declaration for a 2-month monitoring test of well 385R. Now, the comment period ends October 23rd. Inyo's water department still reviewing the initial study. The Owens Valley Committee has looked at it, doesn't like it. The committee and other Inyo water watchers have maintained the wells should lay dormant until the 5 Bridges mitigation project reaches some level of success. Now, the Owens Valley Committee's position is that the 2 5 Bridges wells are in permanent off status as a result of extensive damage caused by pumping in 1987-88. Now, the committee is concerned pumping from deeper aquifers will lead to damage in areas not immediately adjacent to the wells, quote, as all Owens Valley aquifers are interrelated, this according to geologic studies, end quote. Now, the Owens Valley Committee goes on to cite issues in California's Central Valley, where extensive pumping caused catastrophic damage and ultimately led to the adoption of the Sustainable Groundwater Management Act. Now, DWP's initial study outlines trigger levels at nearby monitoring wells, a private well northwest of well 385R, and also at Fish Slough number 2. Now, in addition, the department will monitor vegetation during the peak growing season using photo records from April 2016 as the baseline condition. Both 385 and 386 were installed in 1987 to draw down water from the adjacent gravel pit. Now, in addition to dewatering the pit, water from both wells were exported to LA and used to irrigate mitigation projects. Now, the well's operation significantly impacted vegetation, and the wells were shut off in 1988. Following a 2-month pumping test in 1993-94, the wells were permanently shut off. Now, DWP modified both wells in 2014 to pull only from the deep aquifer, 320 feet below the surface, and limit the combined volume of wells from 16.3 cubic feet per second to 5.6. The department maintains the wells are now new and not subject to the permanent off status. That full report is available at the ladwp.com website. You'll want to get to ENV notices. Deb Murphy's full story posted on sierrawave.net. Deb Murphy also filed this report following articles in area newspapers and his own press release. Inyo County Board of Supervisors Chairman Mark Tillemans made a formal statement during the report portion of Tuesday's board meeting outlining the timeline of his decision to go into the cannabis business. Now, while Tillemans said there was only a perceived conflict of interest, he will recuse himself as Inyo closes in on the process of drafting ordinances regulating recreational cannabis businesses. Now, his interest in cannabis parallels his father's battle with lung cancer. Tillemans' father responded well to medicinal marijuana and was able to get off painkillers. Now, the response from the other four Inyo County supervisors was mixed. Jeff Griffiths pointed out that the item was delivered as a report, not an agenda item, and probably shouldn't be discussed. Now, said Matt Kingsley, it's not for us to judge, it's up to his constituents to decide. Rick Pucci was confused by inconsistencies between an article in the sheet and Tillemans' press release, as well as his statements. Now, in his statement at Tuesday's board meeting, Tillemans said he had no business dealings but had been doing research. However, he said he had been offered a job in the industry, a job that didn't pan out. Now, according to the sheet article, Tillemans formed a limited liability company in mid-September, Inyo Sol LLC. This is a cultivation, manufacture, and distribution business. Tillemans also told the sheet he purchased land in Olancha, one of the few areas in the Owens Valley where private land is available. Tillemans will get a chance to recuse himself in just 3 weeks when the Inyo County Planning Department holds a workshop on potential ordinances to regulate all aspects of recreational marijuana at the November 7th Inyo County Board of Supervisors meeting. Now, Inyo County CEO Kevin Caruncio said every effort would be made to get the board packet out earlier than the required 72 hours. Now, following the workshop, Planning Department staff will conduct a series of community workshops, an abbreviated version of its spring 13-stop cannabis caravan. Now, the next step will be one more input session at a board meeting in late November or early December. Then the regulations will go to the board for discussion and a vote. CEO Caruncio anticipated the vote would come by November 21st or December 5th. Thank Deb Murphy for those reports, and we'll be back with more news.